When you eating hot chicken? After you eating hot chicken? Hot chicken
Hey, Jack.
Hi there, and welcome to this episode of the Hot Chicken Interviews, a segment of the Vinyl Press podcast. On this show, we interview your favorite Belmont artists and ask them questions over Nashville hot chicken. We'll see if they can take the heat. Today, I'm here with Kikko Mai.
Hey!
How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm so good. I'm so ready to get into this chicken.
Me too.
Yes.
Yeah, I skipped dinner. I'm ready for this.
Girl dinner. Oh. For our listeners, Kikko is an artist, songwriter, and performer from Columbus, Ohio. She's studying songwriting here at Belmont. Pink is her color and definitely the aura of her music, with a fun pop rock sound and a vibrant energy that definitely draws you in. But Kikko also is just such an amazing songwriter. She writes with depth and introspection and just weaves her own personal narratives into her songs. So I'm so excited to have you onto the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, of course. Question one. You started gigging and performing super young. What was that like, and how has that made you into the artist you are today?
So I did start gigging pretty young, and I'm really fortunate to have just local people invite me to perform, and I also did a lot of talent shows growing up, and that was cool, just having a place to play my music or just play music in general, starting from when I was in 4th grade. So that was cool. But yeah, throughout high school, I just did a lot of cover gigs with my band, and I got a lot of performance experience from that, which was awesome because now I can translate that to my Kikko Mai, original stuff, which has been really cool.
Chicken time!
Let's get into this chicken.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know, I'm nervous. Okay, this is the first level.
Okay.
I think we're going with the medium. This is medium flavor. We have two other levels after
We're going at
this.
the same time?
I think so.
Okay.
Cheers.
Yours is bigger. Should I go
No,
bigger?
maybe.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yes.
Okay. I feel safe with that one.
Safe is a good word. Question 2. Something that I love about your music is that it's really honest. Your recent song, The Leaves, talks a lot about mental health, how it's very cyclical, and it touches on a lot of themes of self-doubt, which I think everyone can really relate to. So I'd love to hear more about what that song means to you.
Okay. So The Leaves just came out. I wrote that song with one of my good friends, Aaron Carlson. He's from Ohio. And Ohio
Yes,
gang.
so let's go.
Just kidding. Anyway, I struggled a lot with my mental health last semester, and that was, and I always have, but I never I just thought something was wrong. I never knew it was rooted in that. And so that song is about my, I guess, struggles with anxiety and OCD and just how that has affected my life. And yeah, the leaves in the song, the leaves represent intrusive thoughts and how they'll just stick, and the cyclicalness of that.
Yeah.
But you brought up a good point, how it's mental illness or mental health is kind of cyclical in nature.
Yeah.
And that's a perspective that I hadn't thought about. But when I saw that you had seen, thought of that, I feel like that's also a thing that I didn't think about when writing it. But I think there is a bigger picture to it compared to just what I wrote about in there. Yeah. But yeah, the song is mainly just saying how because an OCD, with OCD you have intrusive thoughts, and you have compulsions to kind of combat that.
Yeah.
And it's just your brain really trying, because like OCD lives in like your amygdala, and that's where fear is in your brain. And anyway, it's just about how like you just go back in these circles, even though like you can look at it from a logical perspective and be like, no, like it's okay. But the OCD in you will kind of make you keep going back to it. Like I call this year like my year of like self-growth and like self-discovery and self-acceptance, just because I feel like until this year, like, I don't know, I always knew things were like wrong, but I didn't understand why until this year. But The Leaves was actually inspired by one of my therapists that I was in before I got diagnosed with OCD.
Okay.
She wasn't OCD specialized, and she didn't really, she was very kind, but didn't know how to help, and she didn't know how to help specifically with OCD, and she had said, like, just let your thoughts go by like leaves falling in the wind. And I was like, that probably works for some people. I was like, but that does not work for me.
Right.
So in my song, The Leaves, the second verse, well, the first verse says the leaves are falling in the wind, because that's like what she had said, just let them wash over you.
Right.
The second verse is the leaves are knotted in my hair and they follow me everywhere I go.
Yeah.
And it was just like me trying to explain to myself like this metaphor that she tried to have me use, but it just didn't work for how my brain works.
Yes.
So that's why I wrote the song. I was just really frustrated with that advice because it just didn't work for me. But I'm in a much better place now with all of that, and I've been in a lot of like OCD specialized therapy, and that's been really cool.
Chicken. Should we get back into the chicken?
I'm excited.
Yeah. Oh yes.
How are we feeling, guys?
Great.
I'm gonna fry.
Yeah, you need the fried balance.
Does someone want to fry? Yes.
Wait, can I give some people?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Throws. Oh, whoa, okay.
Here.
Oh, that was good.
Question 3.
Who are your biggest musical influences, and how have they shaped you and like your sound?
My first musical influence is Post Malone.
Yes.
I like worship the ground he like walks on. Like I saw some guy that kind of looked like him a few months ago, and I freaked out. I freaked out at this guy that looked like Post Malone, and he was like, I get it all the time. And I was like, okay, sorry. And like, and I was like, I don't know what I would do if I would actually meet him, because I feel like sometimes when I see celebrities, I can do it, like I can like be chill and like I can be in close proximity and I can be a normal person.
Right.
But with Post Malone, even seeing the lookalike, I was like crying. So I don't know. But yeah, for him, I just really appreciate his genre bending. I feel like he's done that since the beginning.
Yeah.
I like the way, I like his flow as well. I used to listen to a lot of like hip hop and rap in high school.
Yeah.
And I think that shaped a lot of my writing. Like one of my songs, IDKY, some people say it seems like it could almost be rapped, even though like obviously I'm not a rapper in any capacity, but just like the way the flow of verses are, I really appreciate fast verses, and I like how Post Malone writes with that. And I like how he plays guitar and he like just does a lot, and I think he's fully himself on stage, which is really cool.
Yeah.
I like how he, dances around and does like weird, like I love that. I love weird people. So I think it's super cool to watch him. Yeah, in terms of other musical influences, I love Charlotte Sands. She's like another like pop rock kind of pop punk artist, and I just like her voice is just so powerful.
Yeah.
And she has blue hair and I have pink hair, so I'm like, if I open for you, girl, like
Perfect.
we would match kind of.
Right.
But no, she's just so amazing. Her writing, like the way she just writes about like just friendships and love, and I think it's just really inspiring to see the way that she writes. And also her performing is just like unmatched. The way that she commands the stage is so cool.
More chicken.
This one like has actually scared me. Why is it black and like
okay.
burnt already? Like
Terror.
It smells like my spicy ramen at home.
Ooh.
Question 4.
How has being at Belmont and being a part of the songwriting program really like shaped your artistry?
For me, being a part of the Belmont songwriting program has really helped shape obviously my writing. When I first came here, I think I just wasn't writing things that always made sense. Like my ideas weren't as cohesive. And I think melodies has always been my strength, and I love doing that. I love creating catchy melodies, but in terms of like my lyricism, that's improved a lot having been in the songwriting program. And like, especially with like my professor, one of them, like Tom Utes, like I feel like in his class, I was really pushed to look at chord structure and even just think about those things that I would have kind of let go to like the wayside before, because I don't know, I would get bored and be like, I don't want to put, you know, the 2 minor here. Like, why does that matter? But then he would be like, why didn't you put that in? And I'm like, okay, you know what? That's fair. So I think like things like that has made me just really think about things that maybe I wouldn't have before. And then obviously being able to have so many people to co-write with has been amazing. I'm from Columbus, Ohio, and there's people that do music there. And I feel like I've hopefully found a lot of the people that do music and I've co-written with them. But here it's you know, there's so many, and I'm just so grateful to be in a town full of just so many talented people that I have hopefully, you know, the opportunities to write with.
Chicken. And with that is our next level. I'm scared. This is Dang Hot. That's literally what it's called.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. That's horror.
Question 5.
Can you talk about a particularly memorable live performance you've had, and what made it so special?
Last March, I had the opportunity to perform. I opened at the Exit Inn, and that was super cool.
Cool.
I opened for Walker Burroughs, who was opening for Adam Paddock, and I was just really honored to be in that, like, just sharing the stage with them. And it was so cool. I'd never played at Exit Inn, and it's been on my list, you know, of just bucket list of venues to play. So that was super cool. And we just did like 30 minutes, and a lot of my family came in, which was really special. Aww. And yeah, normally it's just a little harder for them to come because they're all the way in Columbus. But
right,
you know, all my siblings flew in, and that was super cool. So yeah, and I feel like there I really discovered myself, maybe as an artist and like how I want to perform my songs. And that was my first performance in Nashville, where I had really like mapped out just some stage movements and stuff, and figured out like how I wanted my songs to be presented in like terms of like movement. Not in like a dancing way, guys. I like don't dance, but I shake ass, I don't dance, if that makes sense. Not on stage. Anyway, and anyway, so yeah, that day I feel like is my sister and my best friend Morgan really helped me. My sister Fabi was in town, and she like sat in my room. We went through my whole set a bunch of times, and she was like, "Okay, well, you could do this movement," or she'll be like, "I've seen some artists like, yeah, I don't know, move their hands here, or like they'll, you know, clutch the mic stand." And I think just having the outside perspective for that show specifically of just like a regular audience person, not like an artist, was really cool, because I think I was overthinking it and I was getting in my head, and she was just like, "No, do this. I saw, I don't even know, Charlotte Sands do this, so you should probably do that," you know, kind of like that. Yeah. So that was a really cool performance, just to discover how I wanted to present myself.
Question 6.
Your manager is your best friend. How is that?
It's really good.
Yeah.
Like I love her so much. Her name is Morgan Highland, and we met freshman year during TT at Belmont. Cool. And we both were, yeah, I think we just bonded immediately, and then we really started hanging out last year all the time. And I feel like we really just balance each other out in terms of just either creative decisions or also just like more business decisions. And also our personalities are similar in a lot of ways, but different, and we're both really blunt, and I think that allows us to have a good relationship because we are we can be honest with each other, right? And our friendship is still really good because we do check in a lot as well. We'll be like, "Are we good?" Like just making sure we don't have any, you know, and it's always, we're always good, and I feel like we can always talk out stuff. But yeah, like for me, growing up with siblings made me like, I feel like I'm pretty good at, you know, talking stuff out, and so is she, because she has a little brother. So I think we're used to that, and I think that makes us a good team.
Hi, yes.
Question 7.
How do you see your music and just you as an artist evolving into the future?
I definitely like have this crazy 3-year plan for me to like perform at either Coachella or Lolla because I just love Lollapalooza. And like I don't really know my plan on how to get there, but I'm like it's gonna happen. So I feel like that's something that I really want to do. But before that, I would love to just have the opportunity just to open for more artists and just be able to meet more people for that and just continue like sharing my music with like live crowds. That's just so important to me to connect in that way.
Yeah.
Because like posting TikToks and stuff, I'm still connecting, but I feel like having conversations with people in real life is just so important to me. I like talking to people and getting to know them.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I hope to end up touring with my band and continue writing for myself and collaborating with other songwriters and artists and then writing for other people too, because I do enjoy that.
More chicken. A lot
This is the final boss.
Good luck.
Good luck, soldier.
Yeah. Dear mama.
This is what I mean, guys, about Asian people make spicy food for it to taste good. White people make spicy food to hurt.
I just spit out food too. This is crazy. Wow.
It's like bitter.
Okay. Whoa, I'm actually really dying right now. Like, okay. What's your musical guilty pleasure? Go.
Yo-Yo Ma.
Who is that? I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. Leave me alone.
I'm in so much pain. Yo-Yo Ma is one of my guilty pleasures.
Yeah.
Because
Because
Yo-Yo Ma is one of my guilty pleasures because after a long day at the studio, all of the burns coming back. Sometimes. I'll touch your eyes with your chicken hand.
yes, that's my eyes.
I'm ready. I'm locked in. Yo-Yo Ma is one of my favorite.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I was just gonna do this. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Okay. Yeah. Yo-Yo.
Yo-Yo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yo-Yo Ma is one of my guilty pleasures because after studio days and my brain is like full from music, I just sit in my car and blast his music and it's just so good. Because sometimes I don't want to drive alone. I mean, sorry, in silence, not alone. I'm alone. Never mind. Actually, trying to work on being alone this year.
Yeah. Me too. That's real.
The other day, I went to Percy Freeze and just like touched grass by myself and
great, awesome.
Because it's really important to be able to be alone with your thoughts and like be happy with yourself and stuff.
And present, and acknowledging your thoughts. Yeah.
I'm so sorry, guys.
No apologies.
Oh my god. This is bad.
No, I'm like dying.
I just like I love Yo-Yo Ma.
Yeah. Plug yourself. What projects do you have coming up in the future? Where can we find you? Your socials, all of that.
Thank you so much for having me, by the way.
Of course.
Thank you for this chicken. So good. Yeah, I'm coming out with some songs. I have this song called First Time that's gonna come out.
Cool.
And that song's about like sneaking out of the house and just like the nostalgic feeling of just being able to, go on a drive with your friends. And then just about growing up and like seeing like your relationship with your parents change and like how that is when you become an adult and just like how that looks. I also have another song called Tell My Boyfriend, and it's just really about, it's like a song, I guess, to like a letter to my younger self when I so badly wanted to come out as gay and I couldn't, or it felt like I couldn't, and I dated like men before, and during those relationships I just like wanted to be like, I just didn't want to be with a man.
Yeah.
I'm gay as and yeah, and that song is about just being, it's really just shouting from like the rooftops of like everything that I wish I could have said at 15 or 16, because I think it's really important to because it's my year of self-acceptance and self-love or whatever. So yeah, I wrote that song.
Cool. Awesome. What's your Instagram and Spotify? Kikko Mai.
It's Kikko Mai. Everything is Kikko Mai.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you for having me, Avery.
Oh, of course. Thank you for coming on the show. I'm so glad to have you, and so glad we could cry over hot chicken.
Me too.
Yes. Well, awesome. We are a series of the Vinyl Press podcast, which is a new student org to Belmont. Our other segment is the Belmont Artist Record Pool. There, Noah and Phoebe dive into the stories of Belmont artist songs, so you should definitely go listen to that. You can find our show, the Vinyl Press Podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. For more information, or if you want to get involved, head to our Bruin link or email us at vinylpresspodcast@gmail.com. If you want to produce, sound design, edit, or just hang with us, eat hot chicken with us, shoot us an email. Follow us on Vinyl Press Pod on all of your social apps. Let's go!
Yeah!
Say thank you to Kikko! Woo!
All right, listen up. The questions of Hot Chicken interviews were hosted and written by Avery Kniskern. Video editing by Quinn Gunderson with assistance from Lillian Drennon. Sound design by Quinn Gunderson, Noah Kammer, and Sam Wallace. Cinematography and lighting by Quinn Gunderson and Noah Kammer. Produced by Avery Kniskern, Noah Kammer, and Jack Ringenbach. Special thanks to Kikko Mai for surviving set and eating these questions. Special thanks to Jack Ringenbach and Gigi Engelhart for compromising their integrity to sing on the intro. And thanks to our academic advisor, Professor Aaron Duvall. Special thanks to our behind-the-scenes cinematographer, Jenna Davis, and to our vibes expert on set, Phoebe Vandeman. Finally, thank you to Dr. Aaron Younes of the Institute of American Universities for early support of the Vinyl Press podcast. That was me at the beginning of the credits, the one that didn't flinch at all. It was so easy, not hot.
When you eating hot chicken? After you eating hot chicken?
Hot chicken in a